Welcome back, everyone. This is episode 4 of season 7, and things are getting interesting down the line here. So we've locked up playoff. We locked up a playoff spot, but the Chiefs continue to win as much as we do. We are both sitting at 11-2 right now. So not only have we not locked up the number 1 spot, but we haven't even locked up our division yet with an 11-2 record. Literally anything can happen, and I thought about simulating these next 2 games and making the third episode, the episode against the Chiefs. But what I decided to do, even though I want to cut it back to 3, I think this year, because of how big that Chiefs game is, I'm going to go ahead and do the 49ers game today, and then tomorrow, as a little bonus episode, I'll also do the Chiefs game, just because of how important that is. So, no more updates. Time to get to the game. Enjoy. Oklahoma City Nighthawks at the San Francisco 49ers.
Tonight, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Oklahoma City Nighthawks.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oklahoma City Nighthawks and the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And this coaching staff has to be pleased with how their defense played last week. They held their opponents to 3 points, and that was it. If they get anything comparable to that performance, this one's in the bag.
Meanwhile, for visiting Oklahoma City, they come in off another victory a weekend ago. That ran their win streak up to 7 now.
And I think that win last week established them as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with confidence and swagger, and you need that to go a long way.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The 49er offense about to go to work, and it's Jimmy Garoppolo, Charles, at quarterback.
And when Jimmy Garoppolo came out of Eastern Illinois, many people saw a strong-armed guy, well-schooled in the passing game, who needed a little bit of time to develop and reach his potential. Starting to go in that direction right now. A former linebacker in high school, he plays the game with a lot of toughness.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. A 3-yard. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 78 yards, and a touchdown.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up with a big-time game, so expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench and tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Got an open man, it's QT. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
First and 10.
Remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
They'll run on first down. Childress. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, it's exactly what you're looking for.
Second and 11. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel. Complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards on the play. First down. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. This is the tight end, Njoku. Not much there, only a yard.
To David Njoku. He's taken out of
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Open man is QT, complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Garoppolo again. And he finds a man. It's Martin. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
First and 10.
7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback? Or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
He was tackled at the 20.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd.
Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Big completion there on 3rd and short, keeps their opening drive alive.
Not only alive, but plenty of possibilities now. 1st and goal, and you know me, I'm a big advocate. If you're going to throw the ball, throw it early in the down and distance count.
From the 10, 1st and goal. Here's Garoppolo to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal. At the 5.
On 2nd down, Childress. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
The tackle made.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And I think it's safe to say that, and I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Fred Warner in on the tackle.
In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
They'll try the draw now with Chubb, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. From the gun, Swartz. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ali. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed, but as we know it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
You're so right about that, but even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament, and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
A gain of 2.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
David Njoku. That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and
On 3rd down, Childress. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
48
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and get the first down.
Right back to him on first down. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
brought down right at
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
on the play.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 12 yards there and a first down. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Garoppolo's throw taken in by Samuel. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
On the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw.
Garoppolo on the keeper. A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Garoppolo looks to throw. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Got to get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
They'll take over first down and 10. At their own 12-yard.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
Brings up second and a yard.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Schwartz. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
It's a gain.
It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. A give. This is Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
It's second and inches.
To throw on second down, Schwartz. And this is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is first and 10 at the 48-yard line. A run for Nick Chubb. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
They go with Chubb on second down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6.
Third down.
On third down, Schwartz.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it a second down. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on second and 8. They give the Chubb out of the gun. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And it brings up
From the gun on third down, Schwartz. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 13-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Fred Warner
From the 4, this is second down and 1.
brings up second and 1.
Now Chubb. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
The ball carrier.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's third and 1. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Touchdown.
From 3 yards out as his guys are on the board first here tonight. And there was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Ball at the 24 and a second and 11. To throw, it's Garoppolo. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground with a tight end. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Desmond King making the tackle.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On first down, Childress. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
The ball carrier.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
23. Brings up
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On third down, Childress. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the dart ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, third and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down now, it's Brown. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7. Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
Garoppolo's pass.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And Robinson with a big catch. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. To throw is Garoppolo. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
James on the coverage.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, enough takes to start you have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Garoppolo now steps away to his left, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
Now Sam Sloman is on.
On for the field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
1st down and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up
Off the play fake. Schwartz pushing him away.
Popped it right out there.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Taken in at the 22. 35 yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's been effective so far over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Set to take over again here on offense, Jimmy G and the 49ers. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground. But that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be a second down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Derwin James on the
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end.
good.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Garoppolo now, first down throw. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
For David Njoku.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. 27-13 was the final. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they were losers in their ball game to the visiting Dallas Cowboys. 28-27 the final in a tight one. And lastly, Monday Night Football has a good one lined up between the New Orleans Saints and the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, in our game, not a lot of offense to go around. 7-3 is our score. Will we see things open up in the second half? To find out, we get it back to our guys in the booth, Brandon Gott and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Taken in the end zone, and the half will begin with a touchback. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
It's a gain of
a nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
First down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the gun, Swartz. Throw left side complete. It's Ali. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Nick Chubb on the carry. Brought down at the 35-yard line. A gain of 4. And this.
And again, it's Chubb. And some space here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Ball carrier. Tackle made at the 16-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Niners.
On the carry, it's Chubb. He will push his way down to about the 14. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A gain of 2 on the play. And this.
To throw on 3rd down. Schwartz. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the 1st down.
So much about offense is what we call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Badgley on for the field.
Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Badgley able to knock this one through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
Niners 3.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's a handoff out of the gun. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
The ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On 1st down, Garoppolo. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Garoppolo. And now Garoppolo lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, or they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first, or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if we can drive the bus here again on this drive. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on here to punt it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo, and it's complete to Martin. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. This complete to Martin. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there at 20 yards.
1st and 10.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He's got Njoku over the middle. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Brings up 2nd.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here.
For the field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that'll bring him back within 4.
Makes the score Nighthawks 10, 49ers 6.
So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all, because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flipping over to the other side, the offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your quarterback? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
A gain of 7.
Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
They'll give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off-play action. Swartz. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. 2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara.
2nd and 10.
They run. Chubb uses the stiff arm. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd.
From the gun on 3rd down. Schwartz. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. So they dial up the blitz on 3rd and inches. It pays off.
And frankly, they were probably dialing up a run blitz, expecting him to run it in that situation. But instead, they end up back at the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And the pressure gets to him again. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. The field flipper there, a 47-yard punt coupled with a loss on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Been a good leadership and a good distributor. That catch good for 5. It's third down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
49ers 6.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Chubb. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
He's across.
They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
4 yards.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Caught by number 11.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. From the gun on third down. Swartz. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. So decision time now because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him.
Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes.
A 7-yard
This
run.
offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Now Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A 40-yard punt, no return.
First down.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They begin this drive with Chubb. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
Fred Warner in on the tackle. A 6-yard pick.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
43-yard line.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Carrier. Tackle made at his 48-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play.
Handoff comes to Chubb. Fights off the defender. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Schwartz. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about you got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. From the gun on 3rd down, Schwartz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
His pass forced to the ground and incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10, right at the 30. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And Martin's got it complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 37-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
On 3rd down, Childress. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
If you know, you know. If you know about the
Garoppolo on first down. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Keeper. He was brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and...
Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo got an open man. It's QT. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there and a first down. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. And he's taken down inside the 30. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
First and 10.
There's Garoppolo on first and 10. And his throw is incomplete. DeMarcus Robinson, the intended target on that one. And that'll bring up second down.
It's second down and
back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Garoppolo again. Got his target, Samuel. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Garoppolo able to find Samuel there for a Niners first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now we're first and 10 at the 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5, about the 4. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
So no matter how they phrase it,
and across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And he's able to put it through. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. All square now at 13-all as he sends this one away. From the 6. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on first and 10. Now this one complete on the slant route. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Pickup on the play.
Operating from the gun, Schwartz. And he's got his man on the out route. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
Out of bounds at the 50.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First down, Oklahoma City.
A give. This is Chubb. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second
To
and
throw on second down. Swartz. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield.
Schwartz's pass.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Pass.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
And an Oklahoma City.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Brandon, a lot of times you'll see running backs rotate in and out of the game, whether it's completed pass, a good run, it doesn't matter. Here, not only does he stay in, but they go right back to him, and he makes another nice play. Back-to-back catches.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Schwartz. Reception here by Ruggs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They face a second down, but they are in field goal range. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Landon Collins made the
But
tackle.
he picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. A run for Nick Chubb, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Nick Chubb, touchdown number 15 of the year. And his guys have taken the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And they will take a 7-point lead now. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. David Njoku and the rest of the offense heading back out onto the field. And partner, the defense, they were keyed in on him early, but his talent shining through as of late.
I like what you said about keyed in because it all started in their first meeting of game planning for this game, where they went over things with their team and said, all right, this is the guy we have to take out of the game. Make sure you get enough coverage on him, all the different defenses. Sometimes you run it.
And now Garoppolo lost the football. It's going the other way. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line.
Fumble on the play.
And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yeah, the opportunity squashed. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run with Chubb, and he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Badgley on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Garoppolo and the Niners now. Down by 2 touchdowns, 33 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. Garoppolo now, first down throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Play action, Garoppolo. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Brings up third down and 1.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Quarterback keeps it.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for our visitors, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
That game was a fight all the way through. It almost felt like they were the better team, and we were having to fight to overcome them. But I mean, even though we controlled the game for pretty much the whole game, it really felt like they were the better team. They should have won, and we came in and stole one. So I sweat a little bit during that one. I had to sit here and just watch that every single play, hoping that someone made that play to break the back. Luckily, there in the 4th quarter they did. But man, that was a tough one. That extends our winning streak to 8, puts us at 12-2. I did see on the ticker there at the bottom of the screen that the Chiefs won, so they are also 12-2. I think we got a game against the Dolphins next, which will be simulated. and then I'll play the game against the Chiefs. If we beat the Chiefs, then it doesn't matter what happens during the Dolphins game, because that'll put us both at the same record, at best at the same record. If not, like they still have to win next week as well. But beating them gives us the season sweep over them, which should be that tiebreaker that that gives us that first spot. But if we can take care of business next week and they lose a game, then we're in pretty good shape. So then they'd have to beat us. One way or another, though, I think it's going to come down to beating the Chiefs, regardless of who wins or loses next week. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting one to end the season there, and man, that first round bye is going to be huge this year, considering both us and the Chiefs are right there as top teams. Now, granted, we did beat them pretty easily at the start of the season in Kansas City, so we've already proven that we can beat them. And we did it on the road. We're going to have them at home, which should help us a little bit. And if we can beat them twice in the season, it proves we have what it takes to beat them. Now, they are the defending Super Bowl champions, so they are still the team to beat. But beating them twice in the season, getting home field advantage throughout the playoffs, and that first round bye exponentially increases our chances of getting past them and going to the Super Bowl and hopefully winning it this year. So I'm excited to see what happens the rest of the season. I hope you are too. Thank you for watching. Turn in tomorrow for that Chiefs game. Have a good one.